Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're the place you come to get the real story, digging through stacks of info so you don't have to.
That's right. And today, we're tackling someone really fascinating, Tituss Burgess.
An actor, a singer. I mean, his career path is something else. It's like he lives in two worlds at once.
Well, yeah, it's almost more than duality, isn't it? It feels like a deliberate mashup. You've got this powerhouse Broadway talent, originating roles in huge shows.
Like Disney shows, yeah.
Exactly. And then, boom, he becomes this massive TV star, 5 Emmy nominations.
It's incredible.
And our mission, really, is to look at how he uses that incredible voice, that trained skill, to keep messing with our expectations of what roles should look like.
Okay, so that's the plan. We're zeroing in on that arc. Tituss Burgess, born February 21st, 1979. He's 46 now, which is wild considering everything he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of framing it around the two roles people probably know best. First, originating Sebastian the Crab on Broadway in The Little Mermaid.
A huge musical theater achievement.
And then, of course, Titus Andromedon from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. You couldn't get two more different characters, vocally or culturally.
Not at all. And yet, he absolutely nails both.
So how does he do that? How does he navigate those worlds?
Well, that's what we need to unpack.
Yeah.
I think the key is that classical training. It's the bedrock, It gave him the chops to succeed even in mainstream comedy.
Right. The foundation was solid.
Exactly. So to really get it, we got to go back to the beginning, see how he built that foundation.
Okay, let's start there. Athens, Georgia. That's where he was born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
And the sources are pretty clear. He was into theater early on, like really active at Cedar Shoals High School.
Yeah, this wasn't just a hobby. It sounds like he was focused even back then.
And then he took it to the next level, University of Georgia.
Right. He got a Bachelor of Art in Music.
Yeah.
An AB01 specifically.
Which is important, right? We talk about charisma and performers, but that technical skill.
Oh, it's everything for longevity. That degree. That's the deep knowledge. Music theory. Breath control, how to place your voice. That's how you survive singing demanding roles 8 times a week on Broadway.
Okay, so he graduates. And this next step is interesting. He doesn't go straight to New York.
No, he doesn't. He makes a really calculated move. Orlando, Florida.
Disney World.
Walt Disney World, yeah. And this is often kind of skipped over, but it's crucial.
Why Disney World specifically?
Well, he got hired as a vocalist. Festival of the Lion King at Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
And why is that job, a theme park gig, so important?
Yeah.
Because it was his way in, his path to professional recognition.
You mean the equity card?
Exactly, the actor's equity card. For anyone listening who doesn't know the theater world, you need this card. It's the union membership. It lets you work professionally on Broadway, big regional theaters.
It's hard to get, right?
Notoriously hard. I mean, actors can spend years doing non-union gigs, just hoping for that break, that show that'll get them their card.
But Burgess.
He got his pretty quickly using that Disney contract. It's smart strategy. Think about it. Instead of grinding away auditioning in New York without the union status, he gets the credential while doing high-level professional work every single day.
In front of huge crowds, honing his skills.
And ticking that essential docs. It's practical, professional, and it's set up everything that came next.
It's like the perfect first step. Use the system to get what you need to beat the system later.
Pretty much. And just before we jump to Broadway, there's a personal detail we should mention because it feels relevant to his career choices later.
Okay.
Our sources note he's openly gay. And this isn't just, a biographical fact. It seems to feed into the kinds of roles he takes later, the unconventional ones, the ones that play with gender.
Ah, interesting. Like it informs his artistic choices.
Yeah, it suggests an early commitment to being authentic, which maybe translates into how he challenges theatrical norms down the line. We'll definitely circle back to that.
So he's got the equity card, he's got the training, he's got the experience. The move to Broadway happens pretty fast after that.
It really does. 2005, he makes his debut. Good Vibrations, playing Eddie.
And then right after that, same year, Jersey Boys. Hal Miller.
Yeah, he's working. Consistently moving between shows. That's the life of a working Broadway actor.
But 2007 feels like the big one.
Oh, absolutely. Originating Sebastian the Crab, The Little Mermaid, on Broadway.
That's huge, originating a Disney role.
Yeah.
You're basically setting the standard forever.
You are. And what's interesting is how his Sebastian was different from the movie version.
Right. Samuel E. Wright in the film has that very specific kind of gravelly voice.
Exactly. But Burgess brought his trained tenor, that powerful belt. He had to hit these incredibly demanding notes, capture all of Sebastian's anxiety, and, flair.
Under the Sea alone.
Oh, yeah, that takes serious vocal agility, serious projection. Doing that 8 times a week, that cemented him as a top-tier Broadway singer right there.
And the cast was amazing, too. Sierra Boggess, Sean Palmer, Norm Lewis as King Triton.
Yeah, and keep Norm Lewis in mind because, like you said, these Broadway connections, they tend to pop up again later. It's a small world.
So even while he's landing these huge defining roles, he's already sort of pushing buttons.
You could say that. Look at 2009. He plays Nicely Johnson in the Guys and Dolls revival.
Why was that significant? The sources flag it.
Well, Nicely is traditionally played by a white actor, often, a larger guy, more of a broad comic type.
Okay.
Casting Burgess shifted the focus. It became about the voice, the comedic timing, not about sticking to some outdated racial or physical typecasting.
So the industry was already seeing that his talent was bigger than the usual boxes.
I think so, yeah. It was like saying his skill dictates the role, not what we expect the role to look like.
Okay, so Broadway's humming along. He's versatile. He's breaking molds. How does he end up crossing over into Tina Fey's world?
The Defwan era. 30 Rock.
Right. Seasons 5 and 6.
This was his first hookup with the Faye Carlock team. He had that recurring role, Defwan, part of Angie Jordan's entourage.
Devon was hilarious. So over the top.
Completely. But beyond just being funny, that role was crucial.
How so?
Well, first, screen time, experience in front of the camera. But maybe more importantly, it built that relationship with the showrunners.
They got to see him work up close.
Exactly. They saw his timing, how he could deliver those fast lines, his whole energy on camera. It proved he could take that big stage presence and make it work for TV. It was basically like a long audition.
A multi-season audition that obviously paid off later.
Big time. And all this time, he's still doing stage work too, diversifying, regional stuff like The Wiz, Jesus Christ Superstar, keeping those chops sharp.
There was that little blip too, right, with Wonderland?
Oh, yeah, good point. He was cast as the Caterpillar in that Broadway musical, Wonderland, back in 2010 for the 2011 run, but then he dropped out like a month later.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just shows, not every project is the right fit. Sometimes making a quick exit is the smart move, sticking to what really aligns with where you want to go.
And he stayed connected to the theater community too, doing benefit concerts.
Definitely. Broadway for Obama in 2008, Broadway After Dark, same year. Lots of those kinds of things.
But the one performance that really stands out from that time,
Yeah.
Broadway Backwards, 2013.
Yes. Performing, and I'm telling you, I'm not going from Dreamgirls.
Wow. Okay, that's Effie White's song. One of the biggest, most demanding female solos in musical theater history.
Exactly. And for him to take that on, it's pure vocal power, pure drama.
What message does that send?
It sends the message that underneath the funny guy emerging on TV, there's this absolute vocal beast, a dramatic heavyweight with serious technical skill and emotional depth. It was like a reminder to everyone, don't forget what I can really do.
That performance feels like the perfect setup for what happened next.
It really does. He was ready for the main event.
And that main event arrived March 6, 2015. Netflix, Drox, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
And suddenly the whole world knows Tituss Burgess, or rather Titus Andromedon.
Kimmy's roommate. Flamboyant, hilarious, always chasing stardom. Just an unforgettable character.
And the critics went nuts. The New York Times literally called the role tailor-made for him.
Which it felt like. It wasn't just that he was good in the role. It felt like the role was built from his specific DNA.
Absolutely. And you have to look at how it used his skills. The character is this huge comedic creation, right? But it all leans on his background as a trained singer.
Explain that a bit more.
Well, think about Titus's reactions. Big, theatrical. He bursts into song constantly. He projects like he's still on a Broadway stage, even in that tiny apartment.
Right.
Take Pinot Noir. The song itself is a joke, right? This ridiculous ode to trying to rhyme things with Pinot Noir.
Iconic. An absolute classic.
But to make that joke land season after season, you need serious vocal control. Perfect diction, even when being absurd. You need that commitment, that technique he got from UGA and Broadway.
So the comedy works because of the serious skill behind it.
Precisely. The technical precision makes the absurdity even funnier. And that's why it was instantly memeable, why the critics loved it.
And the awards followed. The sheer volume.
It's staggering. 5 Primetime Emmy nominations. 5.
Just for Kimmy Schmidt.
4 for the main series. Outstanding supporting actor in a comedy series. And then another one for the interactive movie, Kimmy versus the Reverend.
Wow. That's huge for one character.
Career defining. And that's just the Emmys. He won a Webby for Best Actor, a Gold Derby TV award. nominated for Critics' Choice Awards multiple times.
Didn't he win Black Reel Awards, too?
Yep. 2017 and 2019, Outstanding Supporting Actor, Comedy Series. It was just this wave of recognition.
From a career standpoint, what does that kind of success mean, going from niche, Broadway respect to mainstream global fame?
It validates everything, really. It shows that the discipline, the technique honed in musical theater isn't just for the stage. It translates. It works everywhere, even in a hit streaming comedy. His skills were universal.
And during this Kimmy Schmidt peak, his voice became instantly recognizable. So voice acting naturally followed.
Oh yeah, perfect fit. His voice has so much character. He did Photog in the Angry Birds movie in 2016.
Okay.
And then Vanity Smurf in Smurfs, The Lost Village in 2017.
Vanity Smurf. That makes perfect sense, actually.
Right. He can just inject personality using only his voice. It's specific skill.
He also started popping up elsewhere, like as a guest judge. RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars.
Yeah, season 3 in 2017. That felt like such a natural fit, didn't it? The intersection of comedy, theater, pop culture, drag.
Right.
It was perfect.
He was really becoming part of the cultural conversation.
Definitely. And he did other guest spots, too, showing range beyond Titus Andromedon. Like, he played God's brother in Miracle Workers.
Oh, yeah.
And a lawyer, Wade V., in The Good Fight, both in 2019. So different kinds of roles, different tones.
But even with all this TV success, he didn't forget Broadway, that Hollywood Bowl concert.
Yes. 2016, The Little Mermaid live in concert. He went back to Sebastian.
Alongside Norm Lewis again, right? And Sarah Bareilles' Ariel.
Exactly. And this wasn't just like a fun little cameo. It was a major high-profile event. It showed everyone, hey, I'm a huge TV star now, but I can still step onto a stage and kill it in the role that started it all.
Keeping those stage doors wide open.
Absolutely. Smart move.
Yeah.
He knew he'd be back.
So Kimmy Schmidt ends its main run. What happens next? It feels like his career gets even more unpredictable, experimental.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
He really started leaning into projects all over the map, embracing the weird and wonderful.
Like the Ratatouille thing?
Oh my God, yes, Ratatouille the musical. We have to pause on this. This started as a TikTok meme.
Right. Just random people making songs based on the movie. It was pure internet chaos.
Total chaos. And then somehow it becomes this actual online benefit concert presentation in 2021. And who do they get to star as Remy the Rat?
Titus Burgess.
Titus Burgess. I mean, what does that tell you? A major star jumping headfirst into a project born from, like, collective Gen Z absurdity?
It shows he's got zero ego about this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he's super media savvy.
Totally. He took this viral joke and gave it his professional stamp, turning it into something real and successful. That's understanding the modern entertainment world.
But he didn't just do viral memes. He also did big traditional TV events. Annie Live.
Right. Later in 2021, he played Rooster Hannigan.
The villain. Totally different vibe from Remy.
Completely different. Classic musical theater bad guy. Stepping into that kind of role for a big NBC Live special shows his range in a more traditional way. He can deliver for that big family audience, too.
And all the while, the voice work keeps getting bigger.
Oh, yeah. He landed another Emmy nomination for it.
For Central Park.
Yep. The animated musical series. He was a regular from 2020 to 2022. Voiced Cole Tillerman. And also Caliph Van Biesler.
And the Emmy nom was for a specific episode.
Yeah, outstanding character voiceover performance for the episode A Fish Called Snakehead. Again, it just highlights that pure vocal acting skill, conveying everything with just the voice. That UGA training isn't just for singing.
His voice is everywhere now. Didn't he narrate the Teletubbies reboot too?
He did. 2022 on Netflix, which is just amazing. From Central Park and Kimmy Schmidt to Teletubbies. Talk about range.
Effortless pivots.
And it's continuing. He's got more animation coming. Spellbound in 2024, voicing Sunny, the Oracle of the Sun. And he's playing Bashful in the new live-action Snow White for 2025.
Bashful. Okay. Is that just voice?
Voice and facial motion capture, so blending performance with new tech.
But let's get back to the stage.
Yeah.
Because this recent period is really defined by his return to Broadway and the kinds of roles he's choosing.
Exactly. It feels very deliberate, very strategic. First, he dipped his toe back in with Schmigadoon on Apple TV+. Season 2, 2023, he played the narrator.
Which has that musical theater vibe.
Totally. Then, a proper Broadway run, Moulin Rouge, the musical.
As is Harold Zidler.
Yep, replacement role, limited run, October to December 2023. Big, flashy host-type role, high energy, and he got nominated for a Broadway.com Audience Award for it. Showed he still had the stage stamina.
And that leads us to Oh, Mary.
Oh, Mary, playing Mary Todd Lincoln.
On Broadway.
On Broadway. Scheduled runs in March, April and June, August 2025. This feels like the ultimate Tituss Burgess role choice.
Gender-bent historical figure. It's provocative.
It's completely provocative, and it ties back to what we mentioned earlier, right? His identity, his history of pushing boundaries.
Also, connect those dots.
Okay, well, think about it. He's built this career on defying typecasting, playing nicely traditionally white, playing the witch in Into the Woods in a 2015 production, traditionally female.
Right.
Now he's playing Mary Todd Lincoln. It's not just a gag. It's using his platform, his talent, to challenge our assumptions about who gets to play what role. It forces you to focus on the performance itself, not on whether the actor looks like the historical figure or fits some old convention.
So it's about the essence of the character, not the external package.
Exactly. The pattern is undeniable. He consistently chooses roles that break rules about race, gender, type. He's actively reshaping how we see these characters, how we see history on stage. It's a powerful use of his fame and his skill.
Okay, we've hit Broadway, TV, voice work, the boundary-pushing stage roles.
Yeah.
But there's more in the catalog. Let's talk film. We need to see if he can dial down the Titus energy for the camera in dramatic roles.
That's a key skill, right? Shifting from stage projection to screen intimacy, he definitely did that. He was in Dolomite Is My Name back in 2019 with Eddie Murphy, played Theodore Toney.
Okay, ensemble piece.
Yeah, comedy drama. But the big one dramatically was probably Respect, the Aretha Franklin biopic from 2021.
Who did he play?
James Cleveland, the gospel legend, huge influence on Aretha.
Wow, that requires a totally different energy, gravitas.
Completely. And different singing, too. Gospel singing, not musical theater belting. It draws on different techniques, different emotions. That's where that formal music training really shows its depth. You can just pivot.
Broadway tenor, pop comic, gospel singing.
Yeah. He was also Julian in a 2018 film. Then came You. But, okay, beyond acting, he's also become a host.
Yeah, reality TV host, which, again, feels like a smart way to use his personality.
Definitely leverages the charisma. Hosting takes energy, wit, managing chaos. He did Dishmantled, remember that? Cooking show where they get blasted with a dish.
Vaguely. How many episodes?
10 back in 2020. And same year, he hosted Sing On, that Netflix singing competition.
So when he hosts, is he like a generic game show host, or is he bringing the Titus's energy?
Oh, he brings the energy. Sources suggest he's not just standing there reading prompts. He's witty, he's quick, he's part of the fun. Makes sense he'd also pop up on panel shows like Match Game.
And he's got new hosting gigs, too.
Yeah, Last Bite Hotel listed for 2024, and he's done Name That Tune. He just has that theatrical flair that makes him a really engaging host, not a boring one.
Okay, time for the deep cut, the detail that separates the real fans. We've done stage, screen, hosting, video games.
Yes. This is my favorite piece of trivia about him. You think 5-time Emmy nominee, Broadway star. You don't usually think Grand Theft Auto.
He's a GTA V.
He is. Provided voice work for the 2013 game. Played a character named Bob Mulet.
Oh, Mulet. Okay.
But wait, it gets better. His most memorable bit, it's on the in-game radio station, WCTR, on a show called Chakra Attack.
Go on.
He's credited, or at least known, as the potato water guy.
The potato water guy.
The potato water guy, discussing coconut water, apparently. It's this tiny, probably uncredited voice cameo on a fake radio show inside a massive video game.
That is absolutely amazing. What does that tell us?
It tells us everything. It says his commitment is total. He uses that instrument, his voice, everywhere. Big stage, small screen, even weirder corners like being the potato water guy.
Yeah.
The same care he put into Sebastian, you bet he put into that weird little radio bit.
It shows incredible range, but also maybe a great sense of humor about his own career.
Exactly. It's about applying the genius no matter how small or strange the platform.
Okay, and just to round out the musical evidence, the recordings.
Right. Obviously, he's on the original cast recordings for Jersey Boys from 2005 and The Little Mermaid from 2008, Essential Listening.
And solo albums.
Yep, 2 of them. Here's 2 you came out way back in 2006, even before Mermaid, and then St. Titus in 2019. So he's always maintained that identity as a recording artist, too.
It all comes back to the music, doesn't it?
Always. That's the engine driving this whole incredible, unpredictable machine.
Yeah.
Hashtag, tag, tag, outro, connecting the dots, and final thought.
So wrapping this all up, this deep dive really shows that Tituss Burgess's career isn't some happy accident. It's built on smart choices right from the start.
Definitely. That music degree from UGA, the practical move to Disney to get the equity card that laid the groundwork.
And that solid theater foundation gave him the chops not just for Broadway, but then to totally conquer TV comedy, especially leveraging that Tina Fey connection for Titus Andromedon.
Yeah, a role that felt made for him. And his success comes from having the confidence, the skill to take that power, vocal and presence, and just pour it into roles that brick the mold.
Nicely, The Witch, Mary Todd Lincoln. It's a pattern of challenging expectations.
He shifts effortlessly. High art, pop culture, stage, screen, voice acting.
Yep.
He does it all.
Okay, so we've seen him master basically every medium. Broadway legend, Emmy-nominated TV icon. But here's the final thought for you listening.
What does it really tell you about an artist's range, about their legacy, when a tiny, almost hidden role like the potato water guy in a video game feels just as, well, Tituss Burgess, as the massive role that made him famous worldwide?
Right. Does that obscure little credit maybe reveal more about his versatility than anything else?
I think it tells us that real range isn't just about the big roles. It's about the willingness to bring your unique talent to everything, no matter how weird or small. It proves the most defining work sometimes hides in those unexpected choices.
So the question for you is, what's your potato water guy skill? What fundamental talent do you have that's so strong you could apply it anywhere, even in the most surprising corner of your world?
Some talk to think about.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the amazing career of Tituss Burgess.
We'll catch you next time.